this is your invitation to grow. This is your invitation to move past your own self-criticism, your own perfectionism, your own self-admitted perfectionism, your own resistance, your own sense of whatever it is, fatigue around how you look and how 10 years ago you used to look better and how your hair is or your eyes are or whatever. And just understand that what you have to share with the world is infinitely more important than your judgment about how you look or how you sound or how you are on camera. Let me say that again. Whatever it is you have to share with the world is infinitely more important than your self-criticism, than your perfectionism, than your self-judgment, or anybody else's judgment for that matter, right? And part of the reason I lean on it is because, like I said, it's this challenge, this perfectionism, this is presenting it to yourself as an opportunity. This is you being invited to step into a bolder, better version of yourself. So if I let you off the hook and go like, no, it's okay, you don't have to be on video, I would be depriving you of that opportunity to grow, right? The other reason is that people do business with people. And video is amazing because when people can see your face and feel your energy and see your eyes and hear your voice, and even through a compressed, mechanized, computery sort of a way, they get so much from you. They're understanding so much more than what you are just saying, right? Most of communication is not verbal or written. It's nonverbal. So to give people a chance to connect with you energetically and develop that feeling of trust with you and of like, oh, I like her. Oh, I like what she has to say. Oh, I like her, the way she put that. Oh, I like the way her face does that thing when she sort of smiles and her eyes squint up, or whatever it is that you do, the same thing your family and friends love about you. All those quirky little weird things that make you you. So, and the other reason that video is amazing, and the reason most people don't do it, honestly, is because you can't really bullshit that much. Like, especially if you're doing a live unedited video like I do all the time, there's nowhere to run and there's nowhere to hide. Like if you don't know what you're talking about, you are going to look like you don't know what you're talking about. But if you do know what you're talking about, that authority and that comfort and that desire to share is going to come right through, and it will raise your credibility like that. Sometimes people say like, oh, I don't have credentials in this, I don't have credentials in that, I'm not certified in this, or I don't have a degree in that. I don't have any credentials or certifications either. But nobody cares, because when I start to speak, people are like, oh, I think she knows what she's talking about. Because I do. I don't know everything. But I know what I know. So, and it's great practice. And you can make really short little videos. You can make them 15 seconds, 30 seconds. You can do them, all in a row. You can just do them on your phone or on your computer. And I was just reading about an AI thing. You can do a longer one like this and then put it through an AI service that I heard of, one called Munch, M-U-N-C-H, Munch AI, and it will automatically, thanks to the magic of artificial intelligence, chop it up into shorter videos and even format them for different platforms. Because, Instagram is different than TikTok is different from YouTube. YouTuber's landscape, TikTok and Instagram are vertical. Vertical, yes. And that may not be totally perfect, but it'll get you like 80% of the way there. And then you can, start to blast them. So you can make one video and then chop it up into a billion little videos and repurpose those over and over again. So yeah, I want you to fall in love with it. I want you to fall in love with sharing your knowledge and your truth. I want you to fall in love with helping people. I want you to fall in love with being of service to people. And I want that love to overcome your completely normal and natural anxiety about how you look and how you appear. Does that help? Does that make sense? Yeah. It's hard. I mean, there's a reason most people don't do it, because it's hella hard. And sometimes people really do, they'll jump on you. It doesn't happen to me very often. I don't know why. But I certainly have friends who are like, you're fat, you're ugly, you're stupid. Why do people believe, like sometimes there's trolls out there and they get pleasure out of being super mean, and you got to toughen up, and delete them and move on. So I'm not saying it's without risk, but I think you'll find the reward is much greater than the risk. I think that's what you'll find. She here says, I hear that. Thank you. Good girl. People do business with people. Yeah. That's it. That's why real estate people and dentists and stuff all have their picture on the bus stop, because when we again can see someone, and I'll give you a little tip for video. I've taught this before, but it's worth repeating. This is the same when you're getting a picture taken too. So this is me sort of really looking at my own face on Zoom, which you don't want to do because now I'm not really looking at anybody. Here's me looking sort of at the camera generally. Here's me looking through the camera. Can you feel that energetically, right? So here's me looking kind of around or vaguely. Here's me looking in the general direction of the camera. Here's me looking through the camera. And you don't need to maintain this intensity the entire time. It can be a little much, but when you really want to make a point, go there. And like I said, when you're having your picture taken, again, hang on to some kind of phrase like, I think I can help you, or I'm so happy to meet you, or hi, you're cute, right? Anything that's going to connect you emotionally with the truth of yourself, and then just keep looking through the lens to the person on the other side. It'll make all the difference in the world. I don't know everything, but I know what I know. Thank you, Suzanne. Yeah, I love that. Was such a help to me. I used to worry so much about that, especially when I was getting asked to speak and be an authority on marketing and email marketing. And I was like, I'm not an authority on email marketing, but I had a lot of success with it. And to other people, that meant I was an authority. Like they wanted to know what I had done. And so I was like, well, I don't know everything. I don't know all the rules. I don't know how you're supposed to do it, but I can tell you, I know what I know. I can tell you what I did and why I think it worked and how it might translate for you. The analogy sort of in my mind was like, if I went to a restaurant or over to a chef's house for dinner, I would not expect the chef to be able to make me everything under the planet. I would want the chef to make me the thing that they want to make me, the thing that they feel good about sharing, the thing that they're comfortable with, the thing that they love, right? That's what I want from them. I don't need them to know all the things. I just need them to know the thing that they want to give, right? So yeah, you don't need to know everything. You just need to know what you know. And it is an amazing authority sign. You may have had this experience to be able to say, oh, I don't know the answer to that question. Or no, I don't have any experience with that. That's outside the scope of what I know, of what I do. I have a friend that you might want to talk to about that. You might want to refer them out, but it's lovely to be able to say, oh, that's not my thing. That's not my road. Right? Gosh, it's so nice of you all to pop over here, even after our How to Find an Extra Hour in Your Day session. If there's any of you who were here but not there, you can find the recordings from this 3-day challenge at the bottom of the Get It Done Lab page. So if you go to therealsambennett.com/LAB, yesterday's recording is there. It's all the way down. You have to scroll all the way down at the bottom because I want you all to have to look at the sales page for the lab because I want you all to enroll in the lab. But it's also just a handy place to put it. Easy to direct people there. That one's there. And then today's will be there as soon as Veronica and her minions can get it rendered and up. Yeah, therealsambennett.com/lab. Go visit, sign up for the lab. There's some amazing bonuses. I know some of you are already enrolled. So yeah, what else is going on? Where are you stuck? What are you thinking about? How are you feeling? What are your plans for the next 90 days? How can I help you get there? What's resonating for you? What's bubbling up? I was really enjoying hearing about people's experiences. I challenged people in the 3-day challenge yesterday to spend 15 minutes working on whatever it is they wanted to do. And, noticing when some people really struggled with it, and that's okay. Right? I think, that's part of it is getting willing to be really uncomfortable. is almost the biggest favor you can do yourself. I was listening to an interview with Joaquin Phoenix the other day, and he said, that really all acting that's worth its salt, as far as he's concerned, is at some point really embarrassing. It calls you to embarrass yourself. It calls you to go places emotionally that you don't want to go. It calls you to kind of make a fool out of yourself, to humiliate yourself in some ways, which isn't, those aren't quite the words that I would use to describe it, but I know what he's talking about. And you know that too, when you humble yourself to the work, right? When you are in the middle of writing and you're just putting stuff out and you're like, I know this is crap, but this is all I can do. Like, it's just got to be crap right now. And I'll try to make it better later. When you're writing a poem and you're like, this is so sappy and stupid. I can't believe I'm writing this. Like, you have to be willing to live in that discomfort in order to get to the other side of it. So then you can look back on it and go, actually, you know what? That's really beautiful. It felt sappy and stupid to me when I was writing it, but honestly, it's really beautiful. Or now it's here and it's sappy, but I can revise it. I can make it better. I can sharpen it and tone it down or whatever I need to do. But if you can't tolerate that moment of, oh God, this is going to be awful, then you're never going to get anywhere. You're just never going to get anywhere. Lori says swimming in the pool for the next few days, but also getting to the end of draft 1 of my latest book. Oh, Lori, I'm so pleased for you. I'm so pleased for you. I love that picture you posted of you enjoying a little Sam Bennett by the pool. I thought that was hilarious. Suzanne says 15 minutes a day working on individual multiple projects is perfect. It's amazing. I'm telling you what, it's amazing. I think the next book is going to be called The 15-Minute Method, because it's about getting over overwhelm. And it's just delightful. It's amazing how much you can do in 15 minutes. I can't count how many times I walk into my kitchen and I'm like, oh my God, this place is a mess. And then I think, okay, we'll just spend, 5 minutes, 15 minutes doing what you can do. And sure enough, at the end of 15 minutes, it's pretty much clean. I'm like, oh yeah, that wasn't so bad. Like, I don't know what I think, like I got to scrub the whole castle or something. No, it's really just washing some stuff up, putting some stuff in the dishwasher. Of course, now I have a dishwasher. I spent almost my entire adult life with no dishwasher. So I did not know the charms of a dishwasher. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Good. What else? What else is popping up for you? Where are you? What are you resisting? My friend David Nagel used to say, what are you resisting? What are you resenting? I think that's an excellent question. What are you resenting? Right? What do you feel like you need to do and you just don't want to do it and you're mad that you have to? I also want to point out to you all, Shirley says, oh Lord, those are some questions, aren't they though? Meditate. What are you resisting? What are you resenting? In addition to the lab, we are also running a companion program. Veronica is teaching her Make It Real course again this summer, which some of you may remember from last summer. And it's her specialties around creating your print-on-demand products, getting your Etsy shop set up, getting your Shopify set up, so that you creative types out there, can design mugs. This is obviously not one of Veronica's designs. This is one of my designs. 2 summers ago, really? Wow, really? Yeah, 2 summers ago. I would have sworn to you that it was last summer. Nope. 2 summers ago. Awesome. Okay, well then. Brought to you live from 2 summers ago. That's amazing. Yeah, so she'll help you figure out how you can, you can make designs and you can put them on things like mugs, t-shirts, pajamas, skateboards, cars. Like, you can design almost anything these days and offer it for sale. And the beautiful thing is, with this print-on-demand system, is that you don't have to order a ton of them to sell them. You just design it. And then when somebody orders it, the print-on-demand place, we use Printful mostly, and Lulu for the books, for the planner, they will print it, make it, ship it. They obviously take a percentage of the money because they're doing most of the work, but then you just collect the extra. It's beautiful and so ecological, right? Because we're not making a ton of stuff that we don't know people want to buy. So you can test a zillion ideas and make really fun stuff and, contribute to the volume of cool things in the world, journals and all kinds of fun stuff. And it's a great way to make a little extra money and make the world more like you want it to be, I missed a summer. Yeah, long COVID will do that to you. I think that's exactly what happened is I missed a summer. Ruby says, hi, Ruby. Ruby says, what are your thoughts on crowdfunding for our business? Mine specifically is for my Drag King show and touring with the show. I've already spent $15K of my own money to create and produce it and have won multiple awards and received great reviews. Now I want to tour with it and make money from it. What was the name of the planner? Our planner is called the Real Life Planner, but we get it printed by a company called Lulu, LULU.com. Yeah, I have mixed feelings about crowdfunding for a business, but I think for something like this, for a Drag King show that, like you said, it's already won awards, it's already a thing. I think you could probably successfully do that. And especially since it's something for so specific, you can say, I need travel, I need accommodations, I need to pay the band, I need to, whatever it is you need to do. And make it enough so you can pay yourself back the $15K that you've already spent, right? The business should pay you back for sure. And you can offer people stuff. You can also just pre-sell tickets to the show. And I would add on a VIP level. So you get a ticket to the show and you get to have a, fresca with Ruby after the show or the day before. We're going to do a Drag King workshop the day before and you get a free ticket to that, or like have some VIP level. And like I said, even if it's just a backstage pass and a meet and greet, people will absolutely give you extra for that, and they should, because it's cool. And then for sure, I would absolutely have swag at the show. People like to buy mementos and things. So that can be another fun way to use the print on demand service. Gosh, I'm imagining right now that like you could even have them just go to it on their phone and be like, we have merchandise. We don't have it here because we're touring, but you can go to dragking.com and look, here's the shop and order right now. Who's buying this? Who's buying that? Good for you. Good for you. Good for you. Get 3, get 1 for a gift, 1 for the gift to somebody you don't even know yet. Revenue, baby, revenue. Have somebody sell stuff. You could get sponsors. Sometimes people want to sponsor. They'll give you free products to pass out to your audience, or they will actually give you money in exchange for some, signage or something. So there's a lot of ways. But crowdfunding, especially for something like this, there are other times when I would be like, I would just sell stuff. But for a show, especially this kind of show, I think it'd be fun. I would absolutely do it. My friends Hillary Carlip and Maxine have a social media sort of distribution thing that's actually designed to help people with their Kickstarter or GoFundMe campaigns. And they're heavily involved in the queer community in LA.
I'm looking it up. Hang on.
Thank you. Veronica's got it. I got an affiliate link somewhere even, but it doesn't matter. You can just use the regular link. But you might want to check them out. They could, in terms of structuring the GoFundMe so that it's a story that people really get involved in and want to give money to, they might be able to really help you. Veronica says, I would do volume if you're going to do swag, and I have recommendations on that. Good. Reach out to Veronica for thoughts on that. Christopher says, if you ever want to get into DVD, Blu-ray, audio CD, do you know about Kunaki.com? I use that print on demand service for my films. Oh, I don't know Kunaki. There is another place that I've heard of for CDs and DVDs. We've also used Verbante for years, and I know they used to do my CDs and DVDs, but I haven't made those available for a while. So Story Blaster. And please tell them that Sam sent you. They're the nicest people in the world, and I think they've really had a lot of success with their little story. They have these sort of formatted campaigns where you just go in and fill in, like, today tell a story about this, today put up a picture of this, today, and you can do it all in advance, and then it will post automatically and help you, reach your fundraising goals. So yay, Ruby, go for it, girl. That's amazing. Audiobooks, anyone? Boy, audiobooks are big business. Big business. Big business. In fact, it was one of the little hiccups in my latest book contract was that my agent wanted to be sure that the audiobook and the book itself were coming out on the same day, because sometimes they delay the release of the audiobook and then there isn't one available, and so many people want an Audible version or an audiobook version. So yeah, do that for sure. But yeah, Christopher, if you like Kunaki, I would take your word for it. That's great. And that's so great to be able to have print on demand for your films. That's incredible. Good. We're just about at the bottom of the half hour. Anybody else have anything they want to ask or say or share? You're going to check out the realsambennett.com/lab, LAB, and join us for the next 90-day sprint. It's going to be super fun. And like I said, you will have an opportunity to also add on Veronica's Make It Real class if you're interested in that. And those two things complement each other quite well. This time in the lab, we're really focusing a lot on visibility and getting your work out there. And that involves a lot of inner work. We were talking about some of that visibility inner work before, but also just some strategy and some outer work and some real planning so that you can get your work into the hands of the people who want it and need it, right? And then get you adequately paid for it. How about them apples? Ruby says, I have stickers and dancing ribbons as swag, but I still need to set up on my website. Do you recommend doing it directly through your website or having it linked to a separate website like Etsy? Veronica, I'll defer to you.
I'm so glad you asked. Hello, am my camera ready? Yeah, sure. Oh, I'm unable to start my video. I will just talk. Ruby, yeah, so if you have a website, I would recommend doing this through your website. You will get killed on fees, and because you are fundraising, you want to just be very cognizant of the fees that you're incurring for all of the things that you're selling. You're going to have to pay fees to your payment processor like Stripe or Square or whatever. So that's already going to take about 3% of whatever your revenue is after the materials cost. I like that you're doing stickers because they tend to be low per unit cost. So do that. I wouldn't bother with Etsy, because if you're a performer, that means you already have a fan base. You want to direct that fan base as close to you as possible at all times. So having them go to Etsy, it's going to be too easy for them to get distracted by other Etsy stuff. So we want people who have only just heard of you and are excited about getting a sticker to then have an opportunity to get added to your list, to find out more about your show and the next time you're performing in their area and all of that stuff. So I would say this is a very long way to say, yes, just stick to your own website, own your platform as much as you possibly can.
Yes, I second that emotion. Great to hear from you all. Good questions, everybody. I love it. Check out therealsambennett.com/lab and join us tomorrow. We've got the day 3 of the challenge is tomorrow at noon. And then on Saturday, I'm teaching the Your Weird Thing Could Make You 2K by Independence Day, which is a super fun training. I like stickers too, because you can sell them for high volume and they're easy to pack, right? They're easy to transport. That's a lot of fun. Okay, good. Just go to storyblaster.com and sign up for their thing. It's not very expensive. I can't remember what it is. And but just send a contact us thing and just say hey, Sam Bennett referred you and blah 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 blah. Yeah, and people love stickers. It's true. It's our inner seventh grader. We still love stickers. Good. This is very exciting. All right, you ready? Let's do one more breath. Let's inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, sigh it out, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Woo. Thanks, everybody. Thanks so much for doing this with me. Veronica, thank you so much for being here. It's a marathon, not a sprint. You guys are great.